Okay, this is very important. مبطلات الصلاة, the nullifiers of salah. ترك الركن أو شرط مع القدرة. So leaving a pillar or a condition when you have the capability. So what is the meaning of this? So one of the shurut, or one of the rukn for prayer, is to stand. وَإِذَا قُمْتُمْ إِلَى الصَّلَاةِ إِذَا قُمْتُمْ إِلَى الصَّلَاةِ إِذَا قُمْتُمْ إِلَى الصَّلَاةِ. So when you get up to pray, so this is a pillar for you to be doing, i.e. when you pray your fara'id, any obligatory prayer, if you have the capability to stand and pray, but on purpose you decide to sit down and pray, this is a nullifier of your prayer. For the women, there's a little bit of flexibility if they're outside. We'll go into that detail later. Because she generally, the scholars will tell you not to expose the back. I've seen, I'll make this very quick so we don't go into this. Sometimes the non-Muslims, when they pray, I've noticed some of the masajids, the women, I don't know why they do this, they come and pray behind the men, i.e. just to show, masajids can get a little strange sometimes. They will pray and generally the women, you don't want to expose your back, even they go to sajda and all of these things. So here sometimes you can go to the wall, you don't have to expose. This is specifically for the women. Sometimes the scholar will say, okay, in this case she can sit down and pray so she doesn't expose her back. This is where the scholars will typically tend to make excuses for the women, but for a man who has the capability of standing, this is a rukn that you have to fulfill. And if you do, or if you just tell yourself, I won't do the two sajdas, I'll just, like, amdan, you've intentionally made, you know it, and you dropped a rukn, a pillar, then this is a nullifier of the prayer. Tarkul wajib amdan, to leave, again, what is wajibat? Is Subhana Rabbi al-A'la, Subhana Rabbi al-Azim, the what do you call it? The tashahhud al-awwal. All of this, if you leave on purpose, let's just say you're like, I'm not going to say anything, this is again a nullifier of the salah. Ziyadat rukn fi'lin amdan. So when you increase, let's say you decide to make 3 sajda on purpose, this is again a nullifier of your prayer. Al-lahn al-muhid al-ma'na, to when you deliberately, I don't want to say beautify, when you make, let's say you're extending for no reason, and you're elongating things which you're not supposed to on purpose, again a nullifier. As-salam qabla tamam as-salah, when you give as-salamu alaykum before the completion of the prayer, again it is a nullifier. So if you want to leave the salah, it's not necessary that we mentioned last time. One of the things for your prayer is niyyah. So if you just make an intention, I'm going to leave the prayer, you don't even need the salam, you've left the prayer. So the khuruj, so sometimes I've seen some brothers, when they know they won't finish their prayer, you'll see them making assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. If you just want to exit the prayer, all you need is niyyah. Innamal a'malu binniyah. So before you start the prayer, you're making a niyyah, right? So if you make a niyyah to end the prayer, you left that prayer. Al-qahqaha الكلام وحافظوا على الصلاة والصلاة الوسطى قوموا لله قانتين. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, before, I'm not sure how many of you are aware, people used to talk in the salah until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He revealed this ayah, قوموا لله قانتين, i.e. stand up, i.e. after this ayah, talking became prohibited in the salah. Before, people actually would talk, i.e. they would give salam and all of these things. But after this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prohibited kalam, speaking in the prayer. Al-haraka al-kathira urfan, this I think we did before. When you move a lot, what is customary. And qahqaha, if somebody is clearing their voice, but they're just doing it for no reason. They consider this like addition in the prayer. Akl wa shurb, eating and drinking, again, is not allowed in the prayer. I think these are things that are generally agreed upon. There's no doubt, but be very, very careful on, especially, let's say, I think the most common one is sitting down and praying. Not for the sunnah prayers, you want to sit, that's up to you. But any of the wajibat, when you have the capability and you on purpose you chose to sit down, then in this case you're not fulfilling one of the rukn of the salah.
So this is okay if